Hickok 45 here, and you knew this one would be coming, didn't you? How's that for the proper way to set a table? Yeah, that's the way to set a table. Dinner table, breakfast table, whatever. With single action revolvers. One of my favorites. And speaking of one, that's what I have to do today. Hopefully you've seen some of these videos before where I choose my favorite or the last, whatever it is, shotgun or double action revolver, 357, or whatever it is that I would let go or sell. And that's what we're doing with single actions today. And again, it's not the most valuable. It's just the one. If I had to live the rest of my life with one single action revolver, which one would make the most sense to me? Would I keep of the guns I have, modified or condition that they're in, as you see? Let me start. You know, this is really difficult, and I almost cry in some of these videos just to think that somebody is coming to take all of my single actions away and going to let me keep just one. Well, you know that's not going to happen. But let's play pretend, all right? All right, gives me a chance to kind of remind you, we have videos on all these revolvers, of course, and just a very brief description of what they are. And as I think it through, and again, as with lever actions or any of the others, it's a very tough decision to make. So I got them kind of arranged by the oldies up here, the first generation Colt. They're not all Colts on the table, but those all happen to be first generation Colts. They're the oldest on the table, the seniors. Then these are more or less second generation Colts with some other firearms that were made in kind of the same time period. And then these are kind of third generation, where there's a Schofield made in the same, I guess, time frame. So that's kind of the time frame. No rhyme or reason or need for that, I guess. But so I don't know. Let's just look at a few of them and decide what to do with them. Well, let's see. Here's the old 1883, made in 1883 cavalry Colt, and a 45 Colt, of course. Yeah, issued to somebody in the U.S. Military in 1883. That's a real gem. And then that one, yeah. And this is the old Colt made in 1874. I'll get it right in a minute. 1874, 45 Colt. Haven't had that one all that long. This one was made in 1884, 45 Colt. Had it for over 20 years, right? Something like that. This one was made in, let's see, I can't remember. Let's see, the coin, 1887. Yeah, 4440, 1887. Pretty cool. Ivory grips, real. Yeah, that one's pretty cool. How am I going to give any of these up? And then we've got the, this is a Colt Single Action Armory made in, this is the first year, not 18, but 1956, when they resumed production after the World War II. So that was 1956, wow. This was 1902, still first generation. You know what? That's in the, yeah, that was in the wrong row. It should be up there. But it's a first generation, 1902. Yeah, that's a nice one. Oh yeah, that one's I've had over 20 years as well. And this is the Ruger Blackhawk, single action. Of course, they're all empty, of course. You know, Ruger Blackhawk, 45 Colt, just like the one I bought before I was even out of college. Let it get away, but I had replaced it. So really nice revolver, old action, just like the Colts. This one is made in 1964. This is the one we shot in the very first video posted, shooting the buffalo 5 times. That was the whole video, recall that? And that's 45 Colt. This is Dad's 357 single action. It was Dad's, and he loved this gun and shot it a lot. It's a Hall's, the J.P. Sauer & Son, made in Western Germany. That's cool. Which there is no more, right? Hall's Firearms. So 357. Now this one, I'll go ahead and eliminate it because it's the sentimental value, obviously, would prejudice me. So that one is eliminated. At least I got one eliminated. This one is a second generation, made in 1964 as well. Kind of a partner to this one, a pair. Beautiful shape. Look at that dude. Still got some case harding on that thing. 45 Colt. This is a Colt, but it's a 22, all right, long rifle or whatever. I haven't had it all that long, and that's a beauty, a Peacemaker 22. You've seen the video on that probably. Really cool gun. I think I'm not gonna, if I'm gonna have one, it won't be a 22. I'll go ahead and eliminate that one too. Now remember, I'm not eliminating guns I hate. I'm just gotta eliminate them today, you know. Oh, and look at this one. This is one of my favorites. This is a second generation, made in 1957, the second year of production of the second generation Colts. 45 Colt, you've seen that in videos, man, for years. I've had that one a good while. Yeah, I like that one. I don't know, I can't eliminate that one right away. And look what I've got here, my two Cowboy Action Colts. I shot these probably more than any. This is a pair. They both shoot right to point of aim, and same sight picture. And I didn't know which one I had in my hand when I was shooting, because in Cowboy Action shooting, you shoot, you know, two different guns, you know, and they didn't have to think about where one of them hit, you know. So nice. And a Schofield Single Action, U-Bird or Cimarron, Schofield Single Action 45 Colt. Sure have a lot of 45 Colts on the table, don't I? That's a really nice gun. I think I'm primarily a fan of the plow handle grip, the Colt style, so I'll go ahead and eliminate that. It's a cool gun, I like it. Oh man. Oh, and then here's the Davy Colt. You've seen this a few times. Third generation, beautiful, made in 2016. A little trouble with my dates. 2016, when you're old as I am, so you've lived through all these years. And that one, of course, is very sentimental too. And so I'll go ahead and eliminate that. I'm not going to, you know, get that into the mix and confuse myself, just like with Dad's gun, right? So some guns you just know you would never let go. All right, here's the old Long Branch Colt. Bought it from John, and you know, 4 3/4 inch, the Bat Masterson firearm. This is really a nice one, limited edition, 45 Colt. I like that. It's got a nice feeling grip, shoots well, great feel. And then I have another third generation, just like that, but in blue, and it's not a limited edition. I've had this one for about 20 years or longer, I guess now, maybe 25. I don't know. I got to look up the dates on some of these, but I bought it in the 90s, I believe. Yeah, nice gun. Shoots great. 4 3/4 inch barrel, 45 Colt. So here we go. Again, I like the Colts. I have a preference. Can you tell by looking at the table? So I'm going to put the Black Hawk over here. All right, I could have done that first time through. So now I got to do some serious elimination, or you're going to go to sleep, right? All right. Now, some of the guns that really stand out to me, and I've shot all of these a fair amount, of course. The ones that just really stand out are firearms like this 1902. That's really in good shape for a 1902 Colt. I'm going to put it over here as a possible keeper. I don't know if it's going to make the top 3 or not. And I got to go down to one. Another one, this one I really like too. If I'm just going to keep one, I'm not sure whether it would be a 7.5 or not. This one is a beaut. This one is a beaut. I've talked about it, you know, the second generation, 1964, stag handle grips, and it's just an incredible condition. Second generation Colts are some of the very best ever made. I'm going to put that as a possible keeper too, even though they're the same gun, more or less. What's another one I really like? I really like all of them, but I really like this Bat Masterson Long Branch model. Just beautiful. It's got the thicker grip than you get normally, and the blue screws are what really you know, I can take those or leave them, but it's just a nice feeling gun. It's really solid. I'm gonna put it over here too as a possibility. Okay, I gotta narrow it down more than that, don't I? I guess I'm kind of narrowing just by selecting those. My cowboy guns, I like them, but I'm not quite as fond of nickel, even though I really like this Bat Masterson gun, this Long Branch. I'm going to eliminate those. If I keep nickel, it'd be this one, okay? Well, what about these babies? These old guys up here. First generation. Boy, that's a tough one. I guess this Cavalry Colt, you know, issued to, you know, somebody in the United States Army in 1883. I guess that's got to make the final list, doesn't it? I guess of the old ones. I got 4 up there. You know, I got some there. I guess if I'm going to keep a first generation gun, an old one, that one might win out over the 5.5 inch. You know, that's in good shape, so I'm going to put that one over here. So I guess I've eliminated all the other first generation Colts. I'll leave that one in there. Maybe that's my top 3. This one could certainly compete of these, more so than that one even. And that's a fine gun. It shoots a little point high to point of aim. Yeah, if I'm gonna choose a 5.5, it'd probably be that one. Okay, I'm making some progress. Aren't you proud of me? Can I eliminate this one? I guess so. All right, that brings me down to 3. 3 beautiful Colts. The Long Branch, kind of a collectible, limited edition. I think, what was it, 300 of those, 500 of that? I don't know. Yeah, 300 of those were made. And in this one, second generation, wow, they're just so desirable and collectible. I guess almost as much or more to some people than the first generation Colts. Now, but again, I'm looking at one, and again, here is a first generation Colt, the Cavalry Colt. So if I could keep 3, it might just be those 3. All right, but I can't do that, can I? Well, let's take a couple shots. That'll help me clarify maybe. All right, now in this old U.S. Army, I can't really shoot this. I don't think I'll shoot black powder today and get that one all dirtied up. We'll bring it out for another video, but I'll just let it rest. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll snap the hammer. Oh, nice, which you don't like. Yeah, I shot it. That's a beaut. Nice and tight. But I'll shoot a couple shots out of these, and maybe it'll help me clarify which one would be my last single action that I would let go or not let go. What did I do? Oh, okay, I thought, wow, did I mess up the proper way to load? Of course not. All right, we'll shoot 5 out of this one. Remind myself how it shoots. Whoa, blew everything away. How about a steel plate? How about a pot? We'll smoke a little pot with each one, maybe. All right, hit the drum. Put one on the target without hitting the tree. All right, I don't know why I'm shooting with 2 hands. I never do that. Let's shoot the Cowboy. Yeah, gotta hit him. I think that was 5, yeah. That's a sweetie, nice trigger. Sights are right where I want them. So, boy, decisions. Again, value is kind of irrelevant. Condition, I mean, in this scenario, value is irrelevant. Condition is relevant, right? It's the only one I'm going to have. All right, let's shoot this baby. Oh, man, is that a beaut? And I really do prefer a blued gun over a nickel gun, but there's something about this one that is just special. You talk about a barbecue pistol. This is one you'd be proud to wear at any barbecue, wouldn't you? Texas, Tennessee, anywhere. I mean, I don't know, just something about the nickeling is just beautiful. And the grip, you'd have to hold it to know what I'm talking about, but the grip is just a little bit thicker, as Bat Masterson wanted. And boy, it just fits the hand so well. Probably can't hit with it, but it fits really well. Yeah, what did I tell you? All right, got to put one on the Cowboy. All right, we got the Cowboy with both of them. Now we're empty. Yeah. That's a sweetie. That's a sweetie too. Yep, the Long Branch. If you just had one Colt to wear around, to show off, let your buddy shoot some, couldn't do wrong with that. Couldn't go wrong with either one of those. And this one, wow, bring out an actual cavalry Colt, get some black powder ammo, load it yourself or buy it, you can get it. Got a lot of cleanup to do, but they're a piece of history. All right, so I got to weed it down to one. Well, as much as I hate to do it, if I just have one to plink around whatever mood I'm in, I might not be in the mood to shoot black powder and the cleanup of it, you know, all the time. So you know what that means. I got to give up this 1883 Cavalry Colt. So let's put it over there. That means it's down to 2. All right, so part of the decision here is longer barrel, 5.5 versus 4 3/4. The other part's nickel versus blue, color case hardening. And of course stag grip and wood grip, but both grips are fine. An inch or 2 on a barrel on a single action to me makes a big difference in the shootability. It really does, and all around. You can shoot fine with this, but a little longer barrel does help. Just for all around, if it's the only one I can own, for whatever crazy reason that might be, I'm going to put that good old long branch over there. And this 2nd generation Colt Single Action Armory is the one I would keep. Okay, and I guess because it's got the mid-range barrel length, which is great, it's 2nd generation, extremely well made. It's in great shape. I mean, even from a collector standpoint of value and everything, it's like barely been fired, so it shouldn't be breaking for a while, you know. And I like it. It's just the classic configuration, you know. So that would be it, and I guess I need to shoot it since that's my final choice. You think? Yeah. Let's load him up, and we have to be careful where we shoot because somebody wanted to join in on the celebration. Mr. Bambi down there. No, it's Mrs. Bambi and her little baby. So we've got to be careful here. Okay. All right. I've had enough stress making a decision here. I don't want to hurt poor little Bambi down there at her baby, right? I don't think June is deer season. So, but we've got to shoot the thing. So let's smoke this pot here. Yeah, in celebration. Shoot something I know I can hit for sure, like the stop sign. Boom! Look at those guys down there. They don't even care. Let's walk down a little closer. Maybe I'll shoot a 2-liter. There's no way I'm going to hit them. Let's pop a 2-liter. All right. Hey, what's going on, guys? Let's shoot a bowling pin on the left. All right. And I think I got one more. The animal life is moving on out of the way so we can finish up on the cowboy. Yeah, all right. You guys are safe. I might not be, but they are. So that's my choice. What would you have chosen? I'm sure you got some really good visuals on all of those. Our cameraman does an excellent job, right? So what would have been your choice over this one? With some of those beautiful firearms, this one might seem a little mundane to you because it's, you know, it's just blue steel, case hardened, and 5.5-inch barrel. Not that really extra cool short barrel or that extra cool long barrel, but for one single action, you know, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Very shootable, a very tight little gun in very good shape, and you know, don't know why I'd ever have to make that decision. Maybe you have to sell them all to buy gasoline. I don't know, but this would be my choice today. And let me know what you would choose. And don't give me too hard a time. Come on, you haven't fired any of these, right? So that's about all I got to say about it. My last Colt Single Action I'd ever let go or sell would be this 2nd generation, made in 1964, 5.5-inch barrel, 45 Colt. Not a bad little revolver. Life is good.
Oh yeah, that's better. This is a great gun for defense. Oh hey, didn't see you guys there. While I've got you here, I want to remind you of our friends over at Talon Grips and Ballistol. Talon Grips makes grips, can you believe it, for all different types of firearms. You can get rough texture or more of a rubberized texture. It just sticks right on there. You know, really affordable, really cool option to improve the grip for your handguns or rifles. So please check them out at talongungrips.com. You'll be glad you did. And also Ballistol. Dad has been using Ballistol for many years. It's a cleaner and a lubricant, and it's non-toxic. It works really great, and we're happy to have them on board since it's been a part of our shooting endeavor for a very long time. So go to ballistol.com, talongungrips.com, and also while you're out there, I'm juggling all these things here. Also, while you're on the internet, please do check out our other social media like Hickok45 on Facebook. There's also Hickok45 on Twitter, The Real Hickok45 on Instagram. There's a John_Hickok45 on Instagram where I do some things. There's Hickok45.com. You can find us also on Gunstreamer. So check out all that stuff and then watch more videos.